It's a new high-tech test that claims it can reveal deep-seated bias. Polls show that such feelings might even influence the upcoming election.
Seeing the results from this test have left some people completely shocked, others in tears. So how does it work, and how can you take the test for yourself?
That's the subject of tonight's Fact Finders Report. Here's Peter Thorne. Peter.
Jim and Kathy, polls reveal racial misgivings could cost Barack Obama the White House if the election is close. So how will you vote? Turns out humans are not very good judges of their own decision-making process. Tonight, only on 11, we're going to show you a deceptively simple test you can take anonymously online to find out if bias might influence the ballot box. These local college students and teachers are taking a test they might regret, a sophisticated psychological exam designed to expose hidden racial bias. It'll tell them if they're racist and don't even know it. The results of this kind of test could have strong implications for who undecided voters pick in the presidential election. We'll get back to the test and the results in a few seconds. But right now, remember this?
I'm white! I'm entitled! There's a black man stealing my show!
Snapshots from a political year like no other.
No, no, no! Not God bless America!
A presidential race where issues of race never far from the surface.
Never before has there been an African-American presidential nominee. So without question, race is going to be part of the conversation.
While the senator from Illinois has positioned himself as a post-racial candidate, he's shown a willingness to confront the issue head-on. But for the most part, the candidate is leaving it to others to talk directly to white voters nervous about electing a black president. And in this video, you will see only on 11, fact finders obtained footage showing United Mine Workers President Cecil Roberts talking directly about race, trying to convince a room full of mostly white male union members why they should vote for Obama.
If you let people vote because Barack Obama's got a funny name or Barack Obama doesn't happen to be white, then you're killing yourself.
Obama leads now in the polls, but some political observers wonder if voters tell pollsters one thing, then do another in the privacy of the voting booth. The so-called Bradley effect, named after the black Los Angeles mayor, polls predicted to win California's governor's race by a wide margin. He lost. This CBS News New York Times poll shows 24% say the country is not ready to elect a black president. A poll in the most recent issue of Men's Health magazine has 12% of respondents confessing race would make them less likely to vote for Obama. An AP poll revealed 40% of white Americans, including Democrats and independents, hold at least partly negative views towards blacks. This startling poll, based in part on the kind of psychological test they're taking right now in this classroom. It's called the Implicit Association Test, or IAT, and we'll show you how you can take the test yourself in a few seconds. This Harvard professor helped develop the IAT.
Turns out the IAT predicts your behavior better than what you tell me you feel.
Obama spokesman insists they're not worried about bigotry at the ballot box, but what if voters don't even recognize prejudice within themselves? The IAT can help find it.
The data from our research show that different regions of our brains literally get engaged when we think about somebody like ourselves and somebody who's not like ourselves.
Very simply, here's how it works. The test flashes a series of pictures, black faces, white faces, and a series of words, good and bad. And how rapidly you link the images with the words as you push buttons on your computer keyboard determines the outcome. And it's designed to make it almost impossible to cheat by trying to fool the computer.
The IAT test predicts people's discriminatory behavior better than what they tell us.
So how did our test takers do? Were they shocked by their results?
Okay, they said that I had a strong preference to European Americans over African American. But personally, I would be voting for Obama.
It said that I have a preference towards European Americans. I was a little surprised, yeah.
The test said that I am strongly prefer European Americans, and I don't think that is true. I think it's the way the test was built.
A controversial test raising troubling questions, which Professor Banaji believes we must ask and answer if we ever hope to truly deal with the issue of race. Now, if you want to take the test yourself at your computer anonymously in the privacy of your home, you can find a link to the IAT test on our website. And if there's another story you want me to look into, don't just sit there. Let me know at cw11.com/factfinders. And guys, there are some critics who say this test is little more than a glorified hand-eye coordination test.
Yeah.
But the professors, the sociologists who put the test together say it's a lot more sophisticated than that.
It's fascinating.
It might help you get some general guidelines of your feelings.
Absolutely. And you know what? The bottom line, they say what they hope it really does is just to get people talking. Have this conversation. Address it with yourself and with your friends.
There'll never be a better time than the next couple of weeks, right? All right. Thank you, Peter.
You got it.
Women